Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair, Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bell of Souls Tabletop News with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan.
Yes.
You brought Shipwrights.
Yes, Shipwrights of the North Sea.
I love this game.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You look excited.
Yeah, this is a part of the Shipwrights trilogy.
The North Sea trilogy.
North Sea, yeah, excuse me.
Yeah.
This is part of that. This is Shipwrights of the North Sea. If you've never played the whole series,
yeah,
it's a ton of fun.
Yeah, they're a collective series. They're different mechanics in each game, but they're all under the same, I guess, universe, the same story arc.
North Sea.
Vikings and stuff like that. This one is really cool. Each player is trying to build their own fleet of ships, and they have to build the best one to win. It's kind of a resource management game, but also there's some you can hire workers and everything like that.
You can steal other people's workers. It's actually really fun. Yeah, it's a faster game too.
Yeah, than the other ones. Sure.
Yeah, it's designed to be a part of that trilogy. Like I said, you can play the North Sea trilogy, all 3 games in a row in an afternoon. It's a really fun thing.
There's what is it?
Raiders of the North Sea,
and
Shipwrights, and I forgot the third
Traders?
one. No, not Traders.
Well,
Vikings maybe.
Or
Explorers.
Explorers of the North Sea. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay, so there's all 3 of those. But yeah, this is the newest one, Shipwrights.
Is this one before we jump into it? Is this one out now? Is that why it's?
Yeah, just came out.
Right, because it was a successful Kickstarter.
Yes, yeah.
And so that's how I got to play it first, but now it's actually in retail. So
you can actually pick it up now.
I'm super pumped. Let's jump in and take a look inside Shipwrights of the North Sea. All right, Shipwrights of the North Sea. Yes. I'm really excited about this one. Again, this is Shipwrights is part of the North Sea trilogy. There's 3 games in the trilogy. This is technically the first game that you're supposed to play first.
This is the reprint, though.
This is the reprint. Yeah, because it was a successful Kickstarter. It was kind of in retail stores for a little bit, and then it sold out really fast, and now it's back in stores, which is why we're doing it.
We're treating it as a new game, basically,
but the order of the gameplay is typically recommended to be Shipwrights first, then Raiders, and then Explorers of the North Sea. And the reason you do that, thematically, it makes the most sense.
You're building a fleet, you're raiding,
you're building a fleet of ships first with Shipwrights. That's kind of what you're doing, and then you're taking those ships to go raid in Raiders of the North Sea. And then you're finishing that up once you've conquered the surrounding area. You've got to go find new areas to go explore, which is why you do Explorers.
Right.
And it's actually really nice when you play them all 3 in order, because it has this really nice flow of the game.
Sure.
It challenges you.
They're all different mechanics, too,
different mechanics, and it's different pacings. It's actually really fun. There's also some co-opetition and it goes competition to co-opetition to competition again. So it's just a fun way to play. So anyway, that's just to preface this real fast. So this isn't a new game, but it's back in stores, which is what I'm so excited about.
All right, what do we get?
So this is the little catalog.
Yeah.
Shipwrights of the North Sea. The rules, we'll come back to these. Pretty straightforward. Get a bunch of tokens here.
Well organized.
Heck yeah. These are all your resources and supplies. Let me go open this up while Evan, you're doing that.
So we got the kind of cardboard things. These are the punch outs for the shields. This comes with actually this is expansion. I'm sorry, which comes with the reprint. This is the Townsfolk expansion. So you get a brand new board and then these shields as well that have to do with it.
These are some extra characters that you can recruit or that can do stuff. Which, we'll come back to that. These cardboards, these are all of the player starting boards.
Yeah.
How the game works is really straightforward. You've got 5 player boards. Each player board's going to have like a workshop area. That's where you're going to put the ships that you're trying to build. And then you're also going to have your little your village, which will have a mill where you can get resources or store resources. And then your worker pool. And then up top here, you have this little tracker here is actually, sorry, you can't see that. Your tracker here is your gold tracker.
Okay.
So you start with 5. That's why the 5 is highlighted.
Right.
And you're spending your gold and your mill resources to buy ships to build those. And then you also put your worker cards on your board too. Or we'll get to that.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
You get 2 decks, which are basically, these aren't really 2 different decks. These are just the ship decks.
Right.
You can see there's different types of ships. They have resources that you are required to build them, and then they're going to give you points or change victory points up here, military points, and then also they can also give you effects as well if you get them in your fleet, which is kind of cool. Back of the card. So when you go to get resources, these are the resources you're gonna gather.
Right.
So it's pretty straightforward. And then we have more cards here. We've got, this is the the guard. He protects your village against. Well, I forget. You can't be raided basically from the other players when you have this guy.
Okay. So he's a special thing that you can get. Okay.
These are just victory tokens. These are the ship cards, and these will tell you the different types of ships you can build.
Just brown on the other side?
Yeah, it's just brown on the other side. But these are basically the different ships you can build, and they also tell you which characters you need to recruit to actually complete the ships. For example, the Busi. You need a carpenter and a sailmaker. It's going to increase your mill supply by 1. See that the green there goes up, and it gives you gold. I think every turn, and it gives you 4 VPs and 2 military. So it's actually a pretty nice little ship. The Drakkar, however, takes an artisan, a stonemason, and a weaver. Gives you 6 points, 3 military, which is nice, but you lose a worker.
That's okay, yeah.
But it's a trade-off, and then they all have their different abilities and things like that. For example, the Sneaky takes a blacksmith and a weaver. You actually lose a mill supply, gain a gold. It's 3 VPs and 4 military. So it's interesting. There's just different ways you can build, and again, you can kind of see what people are attempting to build, and then try to block them that way too.
Yeah. So there's some good interaction with players. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, these are the different resources. We had that bag opened up real fast. You've got. Sorry, that's everything in the box.
Noise.
Yeah. Those are the little your gold to keep track of your gold, your ore. Workers are here, wood, and then this is, I believe, cloth or sheep for making sails and stuff like that. Great. Let's go ahead and pause real fast. We'll clean this up and we'll take a look in the rules. So here are the rules for Shipwrights of the North Sea. Again, it's very straightforward. Again, you're trying to get the most VPs by the end of the game, and there's different ways to score to do that. Okay. We talked a little bit about a lot of what the cards do. The Pioneer token. First player, and then also there's another card, a character that you can recruit that will protect your
guy.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Setup. We kind of talked about that a little bit. Gameplay overview. It's really straightforward each day. The morning phase, that's your planning phase. Each player you get 3 cards. Afternoon phase, that's when you're actually working. That's when players take actions and play or discard their 3 cards. The cards will be like different workers and stuff like that. And then the evening phase, players receive gold and workers for the next day. So you're it's a worker placement resource management game with this cool card mechanic. You can do stuff. Over in the planning phase, every morning players receive 3 cards and they're selected from the 3 separate card piles. There's different card piles. There's the discard pile. Yeah. Draw cards from the main draw pile, sorry. And then there's upkeep stuff like that. The fun part for me, let me skip ahead a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
There's the buying phase, which is cool. There's a trade cart, things like that. Yeah. The craftsman and the townsfolk. This is where it gets fun for me. So there's different types of people you can recruit. Yeah. The assassin barbarian. These are like attacker cards that can go after people. Yeah. So like the assassin, obviously, you're gonna take out somebody else's ship's guy. Barbarian's gonna raid and can actually destroy somebody's boat.
Conspirator.
Yeah. Conspirator, that moves 1 craftsman from an opponent's board to the current player's board. So it's not just killing their guy, it's actually kidnapping their guy.
That's funny.
So there's all these fun different guys. There's a mercenary.
Has a lot of flavor.
Yep. So he actually gains, the guy who owns him gets 2 gold. All the other opponents lose 2 gold. So it's kind of fun.
That's pretty great.
There's raiders, berserkers, thieves, watchmen. The watchman stops a lot of the bad stuff from happening.
Yeah.
The chieftain and other players will let you go first or give you gold.
Yeah.
They do different things. That's really where, for me, a lot of the fun of the game comes from is how you're managing your craftsmen. And there's a set number of them in the decks to begin with. So you can't just
spam like a bunch of thieves.
But you need them because you need them to build boats. So that's the fun part. And then, of course, you can build upgrades to your mill. Actually, they're not upgrades to the mill. They're just extra buildings for your village. So, like, the Longhouse will give you a VP and generates other stuff during the turn, which is nice. So, but it's a really straightforward, really fun, really kind of relaxing game. For me, it definitely gets you in the mood to play some of the other more complicated games after getting a game of Shipwrights in.
Yeah.
So it's super simple. I highly recommend it. Check it out. Didn't go over all the rules, but
right, but you don't have to.
You don't need to know that this game is pretty awesome. So go check it out. Let's hop out for a really fast recap. Well, that was Shipwrights of the North Sea.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I like the shipbuilding mechanic, the resource management stuff.
Yeah, I always love the artwork and just the kind of aesthetic of each of these games. It's a lot of fun.
I like that you're basically managing your own little village and then hiring workers to build your fleets, but then you're also messing with the other players who are trying to do the same thing.
Which is really cool. Another cool thing we talked about briefly too is each of the North Sea series, they can be played in any order, but like there's a kind of a cool order you can play it in.
Yeah, it's kind of a story arc if you do it all at once, and it's
if you like start with Explorers and the Raiders and then Shipwrights or something like that.
But you can do them in pretty much any order. Really,
right, but you can do it because they're also like it will be fresh each time. There are different mechanics in each game, so it's nice too.
Yeah, it's a really excellent game series. Really fun game in general.
Yeah,
really easy to pick up and learn how to play. Enough gushing about this game. Right. Let's go ahead and crunch the numbers on this one real fast. Okay. Shipwrights of the North Sea. This one's being published by Renegade Game Studios.
Yes.
And Graphical Games.
Yes.
What's the number of players in this game?
2 to 5.
2 to 5 players.
Yep.
Runtime on this one?
That's usually around 50 to 70 minutes.
Yep. And it's ages, what was it, 12 and up?
12 and up, yeah. And then $49.99 is the price point.
Sweet. It's right in there, right in the middle. And again, get all 3 games. You won't regret it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, good stuff. It's out now after a successful Kickstarter. It's actually out in retail.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is awesome news. So go check this one out. I'm AdamHarry from Bowls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.